Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Two children vanish from their rural Nova Scotia home. There has been no answers for nearly 4 months. Just a mother and stepfather and their growing list of contradictions. This is the disappearance of Jack and Lily Sullivan.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you all so much for joining me. Happy Labor Day weekend for those of you here in the United States. Does Canada celebrate it too? Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. We are talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan today, but first, it is currently the time is 8:39 p.m. and I screwed up my intro. And today is 8:31:25. We'll do it backwards. Thank God I'm not in labor. Right, right. Good to see you all. Lots of people are out and doing things today. But thank you all for hanging out with me a little bit. We're talking about Jack and Lily Sullivan. Before we get started, if you don't mind, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Also, share the live if you don't mind on your favorite social media. Would mean so much to me. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I apologize. Good to see you all. It's good to see CT in here. CT is one of our mods. It's been going through some health issues after a car accident. It's good to see CT in here. Good to see you, my friend. Um, a couple things before we get started. So, um, really good news about Brandy. She is the mother of missing Michael Vaughn out of Fruitland, Idaho. Brandy went to Utah and she got home. And as soon as she got home, she had to turn back around again because she got a liver. She is getting her liver. She's got a donor and she is getting a liver. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to the person who donated. God bless you. God bless their family. Thank you so much. And if you can be a donor, I pray you live a long time, but God forbid things happen. And I really am a big advocate for donating organs that can bless somebody else. So Brandy is getting her liver now, and she has really touched death's door several times in the last little bit. And please continue to keep Brandy in your prayers. Pray for the doctors. Pray for good vibes. All of that would mean so much. Yeah. So amazing news. I know. I am so happy. I'm so happy because she's been so sick. So sick. So there's that. Yeah. Good news. Good, really, really good news. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Okay. Yeah. All right. We're good. All right. So without further ado, that's good, Mama Angie. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah. So, guys, yeah, do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up button. Consider sharing the live out. Would love for you to share the live out as well. In the replay, comment down below. I'd really appreciate that. We will try to reply to as many as possible as well. So, anywho, let's get on with the show. Sorry, I'm late, love. You're fine, chemistry queen. We just started. Thank you. You would OG, man. You would OG. Thank you so much, my dear. Really to appreciate you. Guys, if we get to our membership goal, I will show you a picture of me. Yeah, we are gonna do it. Of when I was 19 years old, with my eyebrows I don't have them drawn on. And it's me doing a photo with a dog named Poopsie. And it's right here. Oh my God. I can't believe on the show. Yeah, but 20 years ago. I still got the blonde hair. And me and Poopsie. She was a little I think she was a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. You mean you're older than 19? Yeah, by decades. Her, yeah, yep, Joe, she's getting a liver. It's good to see. All right, guys. Yeah, well, I think I might have some foundation on here, but I don't got my eyebrows clearly drawn on. I got one eyebrow pretty much completely off. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. I used to breed Cavaliers. Oh, really? Yeah, I think it's Little Cavalier. Okay, guys, moving forward here. Let's get on with it. I told you guys we would finish some of these recordings, that parts that we have not heard in the Jack and Lily Sullivan case, and we're going to pick off where we started right there. So, Miss Junkyard Janie. Oh, God. Now, so the RCMP is saying, well, I can't say the whole RCMP is saying, but this, I think it was the judge, that as of now, it doesn't seem criminal in their opinion. And that's just a crock of bull hockey, if you ask me. I mean, since the beginning, let me see if I got this pulled up. Not sure if I got it pulled up or not. But I mean, when they started with that $150,000 reward, yeah, since I got that. Thank you, honey. They edited it 3 times. By the way, I've got some new messages from Daniel that I have not seen yet. Let me pull them up real quick. See if we can get them pulled up. There's a lot of little messages. Daniel talks to a lot of people, apparently. Okay, it's got to be right here. All right, let me download these. 2 seconds before we get started so I can share them with you guys. Forgot to do this earlier. But yeah. I don't know how anybody says that this is not criminal. Daniel seems to make it sound like in these messages, someone that knows Lilly and Jack has Lilly and Jack. That's the reason they're not calling it criminal. That's his excuse for it. Now, I beg to differ, but that's just me. I'm trying to pull these up. Okay, they're downloading right now. 2, 3. All right. So let me go through these real quick before we get to the video. And let's look at these real quick. All right, here we go. So, well, make them smaller. We'll make them a little smaller here. So see in here. All right. Present. So these are messages from Daniel. Thank you so much, Truth Hurts. Became a member between your lives to watch the KY video. Glad to be a member now. Thank you so much, Truth Hurts. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. It really bothers me. It really bothers me that Kentucky case. Those kids need to be taken away. Seriously, like they do not need to be in that environment. And it's just a matter of time before something happens with those kids. It's bad. So thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate your support. I can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. And Chemistry Queen, thank you so much. I bet you're as beautiful as you. Oh, I don't know about that, but You're very kind, my dear. Very kind. Thank you so much for your support. I've pretty much had the same hair, except I used to put my bangs down. Look at this. Look at this ratchet ass. My hair right here. It reminds you what you've been through, Sass. It's very triggering for some, yeah. All right. So here it says at around 12 p.m., kids are sleeping. A little while later, I go to bed. Daniel says he goes to bed after midnight. After midnight. Rihanna, I just got this from Amazon the other day. I don't remember what it's called. Actually, I just kind of mixed it, a couple different to make it for me. I'll try to remember to look it up for you though. So he says he goes to bed after. How is this? How does he got this? Wait a second. How does he got? Why does it keep? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why. Around 12 p.m., kids are sleeping. A little while later. Is he saying he went to bed around midnight? No, something around. I think he means Malehya went to bed around 12 p.m. Kids are sleeping. A little while later, I go to bed. Malehya marks the kids absent from school at 6:17 and 6:18. That does the night before into the morning. I was asleep when they were marked absent. So Daniel claims he was asleep when the children were marked absent. But didn't he? How would he know Malehya's phone was dead? How would he know Malehya's phone was dead? I know, but he means it's 12 p.m., but I think he means 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is what he means. He's not that bright, in my opinion, but that's just, could be a typo. But he says Malehya marks the kids absent at school for 6:17 and 6:18. That does the night before into the morning. I was asleep when they marked the child absent. How does he know that Malehya supposedly used his phone? How does he know that Malehya's phone is dead? Right? All of this. All of this. And he's supposedly, just laying in bed. He wakes up at some point, right? And he says Malehya's asleep. Malehya says he was asleep. And he's just dozing in and out of sleep whenever the kids are, vanish from their home. Got it, Daniel. Got it. Hey, Lady for Justice. Good to see you, my dear. I made it. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Labor Day. If you're in the United States or not, happy Labor Day. Thank you so much, my dear, for 8 months. Appreciate you. Okay. So moving forward, I'll give you the best explanation. This one was very interesting to me. This one is very interesting to me right here. I'll give you the best explanation I have in It Grew Wings and Flew There. That's the best I can offer. I drove that road on May 2nd. I didn't see it. What is he talking about? What he's talking about, the pink blanket. You see, Daniel now says he believes the pink blanket is suspicious, right? In the beginning, Daniel lied about the blanket. Now, that is the only thing he has admitted to lying about. And that blanket is significant. And that's why I will not get off this pink blanket. We see it in the window and then it's gone. That's significant. Daniel says he threw it out a week before. The pictures in the window says differently. It says differently, right? Cajun Lake, good to see you, love. His story has changed so many times. Hugs, dot. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. And it has. It has. He has been so inconsistent throughout all of this. So inconsistent. And for them, they'll say it's not criminal in that in those documents, but there has to be an answer, right? The parents doesn't even believe that the children are in the woods, right? Grandparents doesn't believe the children are in the woods. They have searched those woods significantly. Now, again, up to 20 minutes, they say that they didn't hear the kids. Well, how far does a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old get, mind you, with big old rubber boots on and a diaper? They're not going to go through all of this. Plus, they was allegedly playing outside beforehand, and they was inside. How far could they have gotten? How exactly did she mark them absent? Through an email? Did she use her phone for internet or call to do that? It's an app, and when you send it through the app, it automatically sends you an email, a confirmation email. So that's how it was. Yep, I agree. I agree, Mini Panthers. I just saw your message there. Thank you so much, Truth Hurts. Appreciate you, babe. Thank you so much. And quietly, how far could they get? Don't believe they wandered off at all. Not for a second. Not for a second. Not for a second. All right. And this says, is your mom sure she both heard both kids in the morning? And all I can see here is Daniel saying yes, and someone marked the rest of it out. And he says, yes, I'm sure. I don't believe Janie heard them that morning. I don't. I think, in my opinion, something happened that night or in the early morning hours, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay. I want people to always remember I'm doing this all out of the kindness of my heart. No one other than me. Daniel, no, it's not out of the kindness of your heart. It's not. First of all, it's for you to save your ass, in my opinion. Number one. I give you credit because you are the only one that speaks up. But people do things in different ways, what they think is best for them. You have only done this. It's never been about Jack or Lily, in my opinion. It has only been to prove to the public how innocent you are. That's it. Number 2, you are a stepfather. This is your duty. This is your duty. When you become the man of the house, this is your duty. Now, I agree, Malehya's ass should be out there doing probably more than you. She is the biological mother. So I'll give it to you there. Absolutely. Absolutely. But no, it is your duty, sir. Period. This one is interesting. Right here. And it says 309 left pizza shop, got home little before 4 p.m. I got my tools together. How did you get your tools together that quick, Daniel, when it took you 2 months to get a fucking stapler? Asking for a friend. How did that happen? You got all of your tools together. It took you 2 months to find your stapler. Have you used it? Have you used that stapler once? Just saying. He is a tool. Yeah, Linda, you're right. You're right. Got my tools together and helped work on the fence. I came inside when it started to get dark around 8 or so. Okay. Now, stapler, never mind how long he waited to tie shoes. I'll do. Yeah. Yeah. So he says he goes inside around 8 or so. That's interesting. That's RCMP, I hope to God you're comparing these. Kids are already in bed. Okay. I flicked on the kids' room's lights around 12 p.m. Oh, so that's how this message goes. Okay. I get it now. This is how it goes. Okay, 1, 2, there we go. Okay. So 309 left pizza shop, got home little before 4 p.m. I got my tools together and helped work on the fence. I came inside when it started to get dark around 8 or so. Kids are already in bed. I flicked on the kids' room lights around 12 p.m. You didn't see what they were wearing or anything, Daniel? You didn't see what Jack was wearing? Around 12 p.m., kids were sleeping. At 12 p.m., kids are sleeping. A little while later, I go to bed. A little while later, I go to bed. Malehya marks the kids absent from school at 6:17 and 6:18. So he puts the kids in the bedroom. His eyes. That's a very important thing. He puts his eyes on these kids at midnight, even though he puts 12 p.m., 12 a.m. is what he means. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Guys, please hit that thumbs up. Would really, really appreciate it. And he says the next morning they were marked absent. Now, this one's interesting. In your opinion, if they were taken, do you think it was random or an acquaintance? Daniel says it's not an abduction. meaning the individuals or parties involved knew the kids. Daniel, I know you don't know the difference between 12 a.m. and 12 p.m., so I'm going to spell this one out for you too. If, for instance, Lilly and Jack's father, biological father, Cody, abducted them, it's still an abduction. It's called a parental abduction. If it is a family member or a friend, it is a familiar abduction. Okay? So an abduction is still an abduction. If it's someone that they don't know, that is called a stranger abduction. Right? The preface is the relationship to the person being abducted. So it can be a parental abduction, a familiar abduction, or a stranger abduction. I don't understand. So he likes to put this out that it's not an abduction, meaning the individuals, plural, or parties involved knew the kids. How the fuck do you know that if you don't know what the hell happened, Daniel? How do you know that? Has the RCMP not asked you this? You're texting everybody saying, listen, it's not an abduction because the individuals or the parties know the kids. How do you know that they know the kids? Because over here, we don't got a fucking clue. If you got a clue, you might want to tell the RCMP, brother. Pardon my French. He is mind numbing. He is mind numbing. He sets these rules in his head, and a lot of people believe it. A lot of people believe it because RCMP, one of the only things that they have ever been clear about with this case. Oh, I 1,000%. I believe that's why he's saying that. Absolutely. I think the reason because he is saying this, because like I said, the RCMP, one of the only things they have ever been clear on is there is no abduction that they have gotten any indication. So, Daniel, this right here, you're saying the individuals with an S or parties involved knew the kids. Well, RCMP says we have no indication that anyone, whether known or unknown, took these kids. So, how do you know this information, Daniel? That's my question to you. How do you know this information? Hey, Belinda, good to see you, babe. He really does, Jen. He really does. Thank you, Truth Herps. If no computer, she had to use her phone for emails. So she allegedly uses Daniel's phone. Daniel said in the beginning, I have the messages, that Daniel says her phone was dead. Now, in this message that I just read to you a moment ago, he says that he was asleep when Malehya did these emails with his, I guess, his phone. And he also says Malehya's phone, like I said, was dead. But then he also says in other text messages, Malehya was playing on her phone. So if you're asleep beforehand, before these, you know the kids are missing, how do you know Malehya's phone was dead? Number one. And how do you know Malehya was allegedly playing on her phone? Number two. Either way, how do you know? How many times have they changed their stories? Daniel has changed his story more than any human being I have ever covered. Ever. Ever covered. Hands down. Every case we cover, there's unique circumstances and every individual acts differently. He has just all the way around. Right. And this is what I don't understand. And I really hope the RCMP just looks at these messages and ask him these questions. It's not an abduction, meaning the individuals or parties involved knew the kids. How the fuck does he know that? He's been the worst as far as changing his stories, probably, but is it the worst? No. Daniel wants to be a superhero, a Ninja Turtle or something. I want people to, okay, I already read that one. Always remember. All right. So let's go to the next one. He says, let me see here. That's the 618. We read that one. Not an abduction. Okay, in my opinion. I want people to always remember I'm not doing all of this kind of. Okay, that one. Okay, here's this one. Here's this one. Okay. These are interesting. Okay. All right, so we'll do these first. These are in no particular order. However it uploads. So on the full left-hand side, he says, when we both woke up, it's hard to remember if it was me or her, but I think she said, do you hear the kids? It's a tough question because waking up from sleep, then your world changes on a dime. You forget things so small like that. Yeah. Yeah. It's so small, right? You should remember that like it was glued, super glued to your brain. So small like that. It's just not every day that your spouse wakes you up and says, "Do you hear the kids?" And they're actually missing. Got it, Daniel. Provide people to interview. Sometimes tips are shared with me. Really, Daniel? That's interesting. These tips are shared with you. If they are, they're playing you like a fiddle. Dum dum. Some of the wacky ones, I put total faith in them. I've met so many of them. I think one big break is need to capitalize on the case, but hard question to answer. Got it. Got you, Captain. We got you. We're picking up what you're putting down, Daniel. We got it. We know you're not dropping the math pipe, but we got you. We understand. Gotcha. Do the parents have a history of Finney use babies? From what I understand, it's more mathematics, if you understand what I'm saying. Thank you, Crazy Buck. It's an abduction, period, unless the kids are taken with parents' consent. Yes. Or if the parents, or yeah, yep. Absolutely, that as well. Yes. Yeah. 1,000%. All right, this one's good. Ron, which is Daniel's uncle, Junkyard Janie's brother, called Mom the morning of the disappearance because he was going in town. If Mom would have went with Ron, Mom would have never heard the kids. That's how, I never harmed the kids, and neither did Malehya. That's very interesting. Daniel says that. That's how you know. 1 second. Sorry about that. And that's how listen. She never laid eyes on them that morning, right? How does she know they were out there? Now, remember, every other morning, Janie said, any other time, rather, not every other morning, any other time when Janie says she hears the kids, she watches them. But all the stars aligned in the Pictou County home that morning. Everyone is dozing off at the right time, at the most important times. And out of this morning, Janie doesn't go watch the kids. 2 seconds, y'all. So how, if she did not lay eyes on them, how does she know? How do you know, Bish? How do you know? Right? And listen, Daniel, nobody here is saying that you harmed anybody. Who has said you've harmed someone? Who has said Malehya harmed anyone? That's what you're reading into it. Are you projecting a little bit? That's a lot of projection there, Daniel. He wants you to know, because my mommy heard the kids out there. That's how you know I or Malehya didn't harm them. I never harmed. That's how you know. Mm-mm. That has not a fucking thing to do with the price of tea in China. Right? I'm not saying you harmed them, but I'm responding to this. There could have been harm before they were out there, after they were out there, or she could be covering for you, or she could have thought she heard the kids. That is not proof. That is not proof at all. And to be quite honest with you, your brain can tell you, I thought I heard the kids out there earlier. Yeah, I heard the kids when it could have been last night. Your brain could absolutely be lying to you. Right. Yes, that's listen, Junkyard Janie, right? She's dozing in and out of sleep, says she hears the kids. Well, those kids couldn't have been out there playing on that swing set more than a couple minutes. More than a couple minutes. Because remember, it was 20 up to 20 minutes via Daniel saying that. It was no more up to 20 minutes of since the last time we heard them till we knew that they were gone. So the last time you heard them, that doesn't mean 2 seconds later they jumped out of the house. They had to get their shoes on, right? Lily had to get her backpack. She had to get Jack. Come on, Jackie. Come on, Jackie. Come on. Right? And you've got, an old grouch living in the RV who's dozing in and out. Probably she took her morning meds, and her hairless dog is laying right beside of her, and she's on Temu, and her glasses are like this, and she's dozing off with a cigarette ash that long. She don't know what the fuck she heard. She has no idea. Those kids could not have played out there more than a couple minutes. Couldn't have. I mean, truthfully. That's who she reminds me of, Oscar the Grouch. Mm-hmm. But that's how you know nobody harmed the kids, Daniel says. Got it. Got it. No, I try to provide anything I can to them. And in turn, I do get information and regular updates on the investigation. Daniel, you have not been named a suspect, nor have you been cleared. So I don't know what you're talking about. They're not going to give you any secret things. And if they are, that's really sad, which I don't believe that they do. But I'm limited on what they can tell me. Damn right. But they might make you feel like you're an insider. That's true. They might make you feel like you're an insider, so you'll loose your lips a little bit more. But I have almost 100 hours face to face with them. But they do work hard. I've seen notebooks on notebooks filled. I provide people. Hold on. I provide people to interview. Oh, that's very interesting. Daniel says he provides people for the RCMP to interview. You're clutch, Daniel. You are fucking clutch. That's all I gotta say. You hats off, dude. Hats off. Amazing. I'm led to think involvement was by someone that was known to the kids, hence no abduction. Someone says, so a relative? And Daniel says, RCMP also believes the same because that statement was released by them. Where the hell, Daniel? Tell me, where the hell do you see by the RCMP that says that they think a relative abducted the children? Not once. In fact, the opposite is true. The opposite. They've made it extraordinarily clear. Remember when Daniel and Malehya was pushing, check the borders, there should have been an Amber Alert, all of this. Malehya even said it in her interview. Someone could have gotten them. Okay. Why do you think that? Right? Why do you think that? And Daniel says not only he thinks that, but the RCMP thinks that. And he says have provided statements. I'll wait. Someone got that. Please text it. Daniel, I know you're watching. 307-228-4906. Text that to me, please. Greatly appreciate that. Yep. Yep. I would bet too. I would bet that too. Not too many like Super Daniel. I mean, with the Greek god physique that he's got. Just saying. Daniel wears Superman undos. Yeah. With skid marks. I guarantee it. Okay. Carrying on. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. Sure, that one. We both woke up at the same time. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Ron called. We got that one. We got that one. Okay. Got that one. Okay. I have to. Okay, we got that one. Okay. Oh my God, I'm going to have a field day on these. All right. Daniel says, motive is unclear, but by the looks of it, trying to frame me, all the accusations are mounting. Dun, 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 dun. God, you're really scared of being framed, aren't you, Daniel? Yeah. It takes evidence, mother chicken. Yes, Mr. Mathdell. Takes evidence and lots of it. Thank you so much. Tomorrow will be a new storyline, in my opinion. Malehya not looking like KK. You don't look if you know where the kids are. Totally agree. Totally agree. Appreciate you very much, my dear, for your support. And I know people said, Justin, why do you ride Daniel's ass more? And I say, because Daniel has more ass to ride, meaning he is the one that does the speaking. And so there is more to talk about, right? So that's why. That's why. If he didn't speak, then here we are, right? Daniel's the one yapping. Oh, Daniel. That's probably what Daniel looks like in his underwear. Right there. Just saying. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Did they deputize Danny? Deputize Danny and make him a CI too? Yes. He's got a couple letters in his portfolio. It's CUNT. That's what it is. Yes. My opinion. The motive is unclear, but it's trying to frame me for the accusations are mounting. Daniel. Question, Daniel. Have you spoken to the RCMP? And I'm not talking about the YMCA, Daniel. I'm saying the RCMP. Have you spoken to them about these framing accusations. I can't with him. He drives me nuts. That's why you get spicy, Justin. Because he is just he thinks he's just, the saying ignorance is bliss, and it's so true. It's so true. It really is. We both woke at the same time and proceeded outside. I thought you looked inside first, though, Daniel. I thought you said you got up and looked around the bedrooms and all that. Malehya was up beforehand, hence the kids being marked absent. You're trying to put that out there, aren't you? It's when you was trying to put out there that, Malehya was walking back from the road. Thank you, Kate. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young men, know you need to feel down. It's a good song. Love what kind of people or people destroy a kid's future. Videos are on the internet forever. My kids will see all of this and say, Dad, WTF are all these people going on about? Daniel, what are you going on about? I mean, I'm not going to talk about anybody's like that, kids, but you're the one that's saying that you will visit Malehya in prison with Meadow. The fuck? Jack and Lily will see all of this, and none of it is their fault. It's sickening. You're a real sick piece of crap. You are a real sick piece of crap for doing that. Because you don't agree if people think something else, that you will say things about Jack and Lily whenever, respectfully, the RCMP said they do not believe that they are alive. But you would rather say that because you don't like people to say the 92011 to the second power things about the same thing. Shame on you for that. I have to hold back on some things because I don't want to harm the case. Okay, I'm going to try to interpret this. Allow me. Daniel is saying, this is my interpretation. He says, I have to hold back on some things because I don't want to harm the case. Okay, my interpretation. I have to hold back on some things because I don't want to harm myself and go to prison, in my opinion. Daniel, I have to ask with respect, of course, but why were the CPS involved months ago? What was the outcome? The outcome is fine. That case closed. Well, I don't believe the outcome was fine. Because at the very, 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 very least, in my opinion, Jack and Lilly were severely neglected. Severely neglected. And they weren't being watched at the very minimum. And now they're missing. And now they're most likely dead. So it's not fine. It might be fine that nobody got in trouble, but Jack or Lilly were failed by everyone. And that's just it. Okay, read that one. Oh, I forgot to read the bottom of this. If I said, when he said, I have to hold back on some things because I don't want to harm the case. And then he says, if I said everything, it's not fair if we want justice. Justice against who, Daniel? Who? I'm an owl. All right. Let me see here. Okay, I read that one. He says every inch was checked and checked again. Okay, gotta read this one. Yeah, this one's something else. Two seconds. Bear with me, guys. Okay. We both woke up at the same time. I thought I had one where he talks about. There is one here. I guess I didn't download it. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. This one's it. Okay. This one goes. Shit. This one goes about the CPS. Give me 2 seconds. Motive is unclear. Then you'll have to ask. Okay. All right. Here it is. And he said this to Belinda as well. Daniel, I have to ask with respect, but why were CPS involved months ago? What was the outcome? The outcome is fine. In that case, closed. I just commented on that. No one is willing to speak but me. The first time CPS came to the house was to give support contacts for Jack and Lily's behavior issues. It's not because of their behavior issues, buddy. CPS is to protect children against people and environments and the people in their environments. You dummy. And then I think he told Belinda, I don't know if Belinda's still in here. Wow, he really loves explanation marks. I know. He always puts 2 or 3. That it was, I can't remember if it was just because of behavioral issues or it was a learning disability, I think. Something like that. Yes. He says first time CPS came. And that's a good point as well. First time CPS came, which we know that they came very quickly after RCMP came there, which I was shocked to hear that CPS did speak and said that they were at that house. Didn't say what on, but he makes it sound like this is for Jack and Lily's behavioral issues. Well, I mean, look at the environment that they were in. In my opinion, nobody paid these kids any attention at all. And so if they did act out, it was because they wanted attention, any attention that they could get, right? And also in my opinion, probably the toxins that you're putting in the fucking air, the residue in that house is enough to make a child bounce off the damn walls. Daniel, Malehya, because that's exactly the reason you wanted it, was to bounce off the damn walls. And you wondered why the kids had behavioral issues. I showed a video here that the residue that comes off of the rugs, babies and kids are very sensitive, and we're all taking in what's around our environment, chemicals, everything. But the baby, there was this math house, and the parents didn't give the kids, the baby, any attention. The baby would cry and cry and cry. Well, the math leaves a residue of, from what I understand, is like a filmy residue. I showed it on this channel. And the baby would go around it with its walker and rub its hands on the surfaces and lick its hands because it gave it dopamine, boosted its serotonin because of the residue. The child was not being cared for properly. And this is what they do. So you wonder why Jack and Lily are screaming all the time and all of this. Well, put the pipe down, Daniel. Put the pipe down. It's not the kid's fault. Kids are a sponge. They absorb everything that's going around in the house. Behaviors and whatever's floating in the air. There was no behavioral issues. This was an environmental issue, Daniel and Malehya. And you should both, in my opinion, be so ashamed because of that. Okay. So that's my messages. And we're going to speak on some more of Junkyard Janie's bullshit. Some parts that I have not heard yet still. And grab your cigarettes, kids, and you know, your oxygen tank and your not your oxygen tank, your I was gonna say it wasn't your oxygen tank, it was something else. Maybe it was. Oh well, we'll get started. Doesn't seem like they're ashamed. Yeah. Calling him Martha. Here we go, kids. This is Junkyard Janie. Get your washer spinner ready. Thank you, Panda. All right, get your cigarettes and get your washer spinner ready, y'all. Let's go, mother chickens.
Looking, checking on Jack and Lily. That's the reason why Justin was crying, because he was crying because I was crying. And he was also crying because he was upset about Jack and Lily disappearing.
When she wanted the car, she would drive Daniel to work. She would go do what she had to do. She would even bring Daniel his lunch. She would come home. Then she would go back in the evening and pick Daniel up.
Well, Daniel, you said she didn't do anything. If she even brought you your lunch, that's really nice.
So she was free to go whenever she wanted to go. And if she did want to leave, no, I'm fine. I'm just thankful that somebody is listening to me and not bashing me for what I'm saying. As I said, the accusation and the rumors have to stop. It's not good for me, for my dog, for my...
She loves the dog. I'm convinced more than anyone else.
grandchildren, especially for Lilly and Jack. These accusations have got to stop. I don't know what's going on with my grandchildren. I don't know how they're feeling. I can't talk to them. I wished on the 25th
for the dog's greater future, you know.
Of June, I wished my granddaughter a happy birthday through Messenger. I couldn't even see her. I couldn't even go to her party or anything. The rumors and the accusations have got to stop. That's all anybody can do, is hopefully that where Jack and Lily are is they're found soon, safe and sound. Either way, I'm not going to say it because I don't believe they are in my heart. Just keep praying for Jack and Lily. And I've been doing it every night. I'm hoping to God that he'll answer me. I'm hoping that the people that know where Jack and Lily are will please, I'm begging you, please drop them off here. They will be safe. We will get them.
But Janie, the RCMP said they do not think anybody took them.
We will get them to the authorities. That's all I want. That's all anybody wants. If there is enough people praying and enough people out there looking for them, hopefully we can find them.
Drop the kids off. I'll give you a new washer spinner.
Hopefully we can bring them home to stop this. Lily and Jack must be out of their minds, not knowing what's going on or what's happening to them. They don't deserve that. They don't. I wouldn't even want to be a kid in their situation because I know that
they don't deserve that. Well, how do you know that they're with someone, Janie? How do you know that they are with someone? Exactly. No, we're not. We're still live. They don't deserve that? What if someone's taken them and they're, treated a hell of a lot better than they were treated there, which I don't believe. and because I don't believe that they're alive, unfortunately. But they didn't deserve what?
I wouldn't understand what's going on. So they must be out of their mind, not being able to see their mother or see Daniel or just being around the other two grandchildren or Meadow. Poor little Meadow. You should see her when Lilly and Jack would go up to her. Her eyes would light up and her big smile on her face. Now she can't see them. Even though she's small, she must be hurting. She's such a bright little she's such a bright little child. She just must be going through torture too. How do I know they weren't in the woods to such a brief search? I know those kids. I've observed those kids. As I said, I walked with those kids through the woods.
Exactly. She doesn't believe they're in the woods. They weren't found in the woods. There's nothing to point that they are in the woods other than, some planted blanket and torn blanket and a shoe print.
I had to carry Jack through the woods. He wouldn't go through the woods. He would stand there. He wouldn't go over a branch. He wouldn't go under a branch. I had to carry him over them. So I know they're not in the woods. As I said, I don't even like going through the woods because I don't like walking over trees and branches and bush. Could you imagine a 6 and a 4-year-old going through the woods? You guys seen through videos of what?
No, I can't. Especially one with just a diaper on.
The searchers went through. There's no way that a 6 and a 4-year-old could go through those woods.
I mean, your diaper is going to fall off really quickly. And then you're just going to stay in one spot because you can't move because it's going to scratch your legs and everything else when you're a kid.
Believe me, as I said, don't even want to go through the woods. I take the easiest route out. But if those kids are in the woods, they wouldn't have got very far. We searched. Look at all the searchers that were here. They had the dogs in here. They had drones. They had helicopters. A 6 and a 4-year-old are not going to go through that woods. Believe me, they're not. Well, that's a question that's hard for me to answer. The reason why is if any of you have watched Malehya's video of her when she was a teenager and the way she talked about things is the way she is now. Malehya and I could not sit down and have a
Good
conversation.
question, Cajun lady.
If it was just a brief conversation. When I first met her, when Daniel introduced me to her and the kids,
she said she didn't like Malehya.
It was okay. My personal opinion of her, I'm not gonna say. But let me just say, when Meadow was born.
This is Jack and Lilly Sullivan, step grandmother. She lives in the camper outside. She smokes Misty 120s. And she plays Timu all day. And she lets the chickens out early before sunrise.
When I would go in there to see Meadow, and I would hold Meadow, she would always come and take Meadow from me and say, oh, she has to be fed or she has to be changed. She would go in the bedroom and she wouldn't come out until I would leave.
Wonder why.
When the grandfather came
I don't blame Malehya.
See Meadow, she would do the same thing. When it came to Meadow, Meadow was hers. I could go in there and I could play with Jack and Lilly all I wanted. But with Meadow, no. Meadow was hers. Since that child has been born, do you want to know how many times
She thinks that Timu is a game because you get to spin the wheel. It's her way of, gambling. Live a little. You get $5 off shipping. That's a game. That's how she plays the Timu game. Oh my God. Danny, look. Won't you go do a little silly sell? Mommy needs some Timu. I get 100% free just to pay shipping. Holy shit. I love this Timu game.
Babysat that child twice. I looked after her twice.
That's the
Once
game. I'm not playing.
when she was outside helping Daniel with the wood because she wanted to get outside. I watched Meadow. The second time I watched Meadow was when Malehya had an episode.
Okay. Royal, you're fine.
I think she was having an anxiety attack. The ambulance was called, and they took her to the hospital. I watched Meadow until Daniel got home. That day that I watched Meadow, I got Jack and Lily off the school bus. And I'll never forget the expression on the bus driver's face when
Yeah. You can never forget the bus driver's face. You left. Malehya, are you sure you left her to watch Jack and Lily? You're in the hospital? I know. Are you sure? Her. You. I mean, I can bring him to the hospital before her, right? Yeah, right. I bet the bus driver was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't want to leave him here.
took Meadow and said, here, watch her while I get Jack out of the seatbelt. He looked at me because I just said, you have to take Meadow so I can get Jack out of the seatbelt. And I got Jack out of the seatbelt, and I got Lily, and I took the baby from the bus driver, which is Brian Ward. He's a great guy. You probably seen videos about him on TikTok
That bus
or
driver,
on YouTube.
they made him. I don't know why anyone.
And I took the kids in the house, and Daniel arrived maybe 10 minutes after I got the kids off the bus, and he cooked them supper. Not me. He cooked them supper. And I did up her housework for her while he was feeding Meth.
He made them supper. Well, that's good. That's what he's, supposed to do.
Meadow and Jack and Lily. So yes, Daniel did look after those children. I have not tried contacting the chief.
Daniel said he did everything for them, not just some things. He did everything.
The reason why I would have not contacted the chief is she probably wouldn't tell me anything like she did Belinda, because the children are not mine. And I did not say the kids were on the reservation. So why would I contact the chief? Now, there's people said that they are on the reservation. And as I told you, I do not know where Lily and Jack are. So why would I go and call the chief to ask him if they're there when I do not know if they are there or not? If you don't mind, I would like to just stay like this because I can have a chance to answer your.
Well, I mean, that was really put out there in the beginning that, oh my God, Jack and Lily are on this reservation. No, they're not. The reservation is they're not going to keep when the whole world is looking for them. Do you know how in trouble they would be? All they would have to say is, yeah, they're here. They're not missing. It's all a distraction. It's ridiculous. They're not missing. They're right here. Why? That's the most. It's just ridiculous.
questions, because if all these guys keep throwing questions at me, I'm going to read them, and then I'm just going to get all confused because I'm going to get one question in with another question, and that's just going to screw everything up.
Yeah, multiple questions screw you up, right? Just tell the truth.
You guys don't want any questions asked this way, that's fine. I'll stop talking. I get all the time in the world. It's not like I have a life anymore. God, there can't be that many more questions for you guys to ask me.
What you're saying? You don't have a life anymore? You don't have a life anymore? So it's about you? What about Jack and Lily's life? What about their life? Because they don't probably have a life anymore.
Told you everything that I know. Like, I mean, do you want me to tell you what color the sky is today? Like, how much more can I answer? Like, how many more questions is there? God, I answered more questions than they did in my interview. I have no idea where to search.
If that's the truth, that's really sad. If that is the truth, if she answered more questions than the interview, that's sad.
The only thing I can say is keep the flyers going. All this place has been searched. It's been turned upside down, inside out. There's nothing more they can do here. Like, they even checked the septic tank. They checked the well. They checked everywhere. They checked under my tray, under the trailer. They had a drone under there. They checked here. They checked everywhere. There's no other place that they could search here. The kids are not here. The only search that you could search is out there in the world. And as I said, I have nothing to hide. I did my interview. I'm free speech now. As I said, I felt comfortable doing my interview.
Do I think Janie's evil? I don't think she's evil. No, I don't think she's evil. I think she's frustrated because her dunce child got her in this mess, in my opinion. And I think she's between a rock and a hard place. To be honest,
Everything I'm telling you,
I think she's kind of angry, and I think I don't think she was that good to Jack and Lily. I don't think she was horrible to Jack and Lily, but I don't think she was that good to them either. Not that she was bad, but that's just my opinion.
is what's on my interview. Only I am showing you what happened and where it happened. That's the only difference of me talking to you guys now. As I said, when I gave my interview, I felt this great relief off of my chest because I actually had someone that was willing to listen to me and not judge me. So,
I mean, I have a lot of questions about her and Justin being on that ATV. That is true.
and you guys are not judging me right now. You probably will after I get off here. I have nothing to hide. I had nothing to hide. But the thing is the investigator said, even told Daniel to stay out of the press, stay off of the YouTube talks, stay off
Malehya's
the
the bio
TikToks,
mom.
stay off of
Vision
Facebook, because it would
Daniel's
hurt
the
their
stepdad.
investigation. I am so tired of this investigation shit. I told them this 2 months ago, and yet we had one.
I don't know, the way she sounded now, this investigation shit. I haven't heard this part. You might be an old battle axe then. Investigation shit? It's not investigation shit. It's a 4 and a 6-year-old baby. Where is Meadow currently? Here's a question. Meadow is with she's in CPS custody. She sounds really fucking hateful.
Report from the RCMP of what they have done. It's been a month since we had an update on anything. So I just got it in my mind. It's time that I spoke out. And I did. No, I'm sorry. I don't have any pictures of Jack and Lily to share with you.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't have any pictures of Jack or Lily. Yeah. 10 whole minutes of doing an interview. Yeah. Yeah, Brandy.
I'm sorry. I don't really have any pictures of my other two grandchildren. And because I got to see them, the only pictures that I even have of that I get pictures of is my other two grandchildren. I don't have any pictures of Jack and Lily. No, I'm.
Oh, really? Really? Have you heard what YouTuber Donnie Boy is dating? He did have a girlfriend for a while. She has a PayPal set up for herself for gas and all for her to make it to Georgia. She's probably going to go live on somebody else's couch. They'll be back together 2 weeks. Same old, same old. He done wrecked her car, broke his ribs months ago. I'll check with people that know him and talk to him. They would never know. They I'll see what's going on. Oh, he's supposedly dating a YouTuber? Is that what they're saying? No, I don't think he's dating a YouTuber.
Sorry. I got to see them every day. Every day. So, no, I'm sorry. Malehya would be the only one that would have any up-to-date pictures of Jack and Lily. The ones that are on the flyers right now, let me have a look, are actually the up-to-date photos of Jack and Lily, because Jack and Lily just get their hair cut not long before that. So the pictures on the photo, on the flyers, are up-to-date pictures. I can say they're up-to-date pictures because the day Lily got her hair cut and I went in the day she got it cut, she said, "Look, Granny, look at my new hairdo. Isn't it pretty?" And I got nice bangs. And Jack would come over and say, "I got my hair cut too." And I would say to him, "Yeah, you got your hair cut. It's really short. It looks good." So yes, those are the last two pictures of on the flyers that are updated. Yes, my RV was searched twice on Friday and Sunday morning.
Is Belinda still in here? Twice on Friday and Sunday morning. I thought it was Saturday.
I said in my interview, I might have said Monday morning, but it was Sunday morning. On Friday, I had search and rescue check my
2 days.
trailer. The reason why is this officer Mason was going to come into my trailer, and I said, "There's a dog in there." She said to me, "If you interfere in our investigation, I will have you removed from the premises." That's all I was saying to her. It was there was a dog in there.
Take the fucking dog out. It's called a leash. It's called a leash, Janie. I don't understand why this is such a big deal. Yeah, I agree. Why? Refused Friday. I don't understand. My dog, he's losing his hair. He's stressed like me. right? It's like, do you not understand? Hold on a second. May I get my dog before you search? Ding, 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 ding. That's winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Brandy. Belinda didn't get there till Saturday, and that's when it happened Saturday. It wasn't Friday. I find it really, yes, chaos. She is getting a liver transplant now. Thank the Lord. She's getting a liver. Brandy, she said she heard Janie being told they got a warrant. Exactly. And that's why she always says Friday and Sunday. It couldn't have been Friday. It had to have been Saturday. And so I think she's got it all wrong. And I agree with that too. I think there was a big ass mean dog there. And it really makes me wonder, were those kids not being watched? And God forbid the dogs maul them.
And the reason why I said that is my dog, this is his property. And as I said, if my brothers or my family come and they knock before they come in here, my dog is not a vicious dog, but it is his property. He knows people that come here. He did not know Officer Mason. And the reason why I said there was a dog in there is so she would not open the door and something happened. So after that incident happened, I got search and rescue. I think his name was Rick to come. Him and 3 searchers came and searched this trailer. And then I heard afterwards that Malehya let people in here to search the trailer. So this trailer was searched twice on Friday. And it was searched again on Sunday morning because Officer Mason came with 3 people and she asked me to take my dog out of the camper, which I did. And they searched this trailer. And as I said, they even looked in my washer spinner.
No.
So yes, this trailer RV was searched. And as I said about the cupboard, I have no cupboards in my trailer because I renovated it. And if they searched my trailer
by saying she has no cupboards, that she renovated her trailer, I'm going to do another translation for you. That means everything was stripped out of the trailer, probably down to the wires, for scrap metal, in my opinion. Because, I mean, that trailer is gutted. Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Old Mother Hubbard. This is Janie. How the old white lady at the pharmacy looks at me when I'm checking out with nothing but lube and Reese cups. You're so judgmental, Janie. Screw you.
if I did have a cupboard in here, they would have searched it. So there is no drugs, there is no guns, there is no sex toys of any kind in any cupboard. So does that answer your question for the second time? When she is done asking me questions.
Janie, you know you love to spin that Temu wheel. You know what's on Temu. You know what's on Temu, Janie. Yeah. You spin the wheel, you get the brown chicken brown cow free. That's right. They will even give you the international socket to plug in your camper. They will. Telling you.
Questions, you guys can comment all you want. I have nothing to hide. I lost everything in my life. So after I'm done with talking and telling my side of the story, the truth, if you want to comment and say whatever you want, believe me, I do not care. I am telling you guys, if you don't believe me, that's your problem or your opinion. If you want to give a comment, I am all done with this once I've talked to you guys. No, I thought everything was going well with Daniel and Malehya. I have never seen them fight. I've never really seen them arguing. When I was in there, I'm not sure about what happens when I'm not there.
I don't believe that for a second, that she has never seen them argue or fight. I don't believe that for a second. She did say Justin.
As I told the reporters, and I'm telling you guys, I live in the RV, they live in the trailer. I let them have their personal space. They let me have my personal space. The only difference I seen in Malehya that day of the disappearance is when I saw her outside and she was standing there holding Meadow, and I had to ask her what was up.
I wonder that,
and
Brandy.
She told me that Jack and Lily were missing, and I asked her how long. That's the only behavior difference that I seen in Malehya, except for this time that the altercation happened at the end of the driveway, which I have no knowledge about. I didn't listen to what I just went up to her and said, please don't tell. She was crying. I said, please don't tell me that Jack and Lily are dead. And then, as I said, Haley and her friend, I think it was Shelby, I can't be 100% sure, started saying stuff. I wasn't in the mood to listen to arguments. I didn't want to fight because whatever was going on had nothing to do with Jack and Lily. That's when I ordered them off the property. The police came. I gave my statement of what I've done. Other than that, that's the only difference that I've seen in Malehya's, whatever you call it, the personality or whatever she changes. Sorry, in Malehya was that day. Now, this is me, myself. If my children were missing in the woods, or if somebody has taken them, I would be so hysterical. I would be running around, screaming and hollering, looking everywhere, crying, just like a normal person would be, that a mother.
So you agree that Malehya's was not acting right? I can agree with you on that, Janie. I can agree with you on that. I think it's I think you should also consider the fact that Daniel has not been behaving right either. When I say behaving, I actually mean his words. Switching everything about. And I don't see how you can't see that, because I know you're watching right now, Janie. I know 100% you're watching right now.
You can't tell me that you carry a child for 9 months and something happens to them that you're not going to get hysterical and you're not going to be crying and screaming and everything. Hysterical. Well, tell me. I would be. And another thing, I'm going to tell you something now. If something happened to my children, my boys, I would be so hysterical, even though they're 34 and 33 or 33.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And that's the problem, right? You have Malehya, who is nothing more than a bump on a log that really only cares about herself, going to the beach and everything else. And then you have Daniel, who has clearly said everything under the sun. Just total opposites about the same questions.
I would still be hysterical if something happened to them,
Hysterical.
even though they're growing up. Mama will always be a part of their lives, no matter how old they are. And Mama feels for those kids. I don't care if my kid, if I'm 85 years old and my kid is 60 some years old, I am still going to worry about my children.
Yeah.
And I am still going to cry for my children. So you just look at what I've seen and what you've seen on the tape of Malehya's interview. Does that look like a woman that misses her children? Please answer me that. As I said, I'm not answering questions about Malehya, about Daniel. It's all about Jack and Lily. I told you
It's never
what I've
been
known
about
and
Jack
what
or
I've
Lily.
seen.
It has never been about Jack or Lily. It is always been about how innocent your baby little boy looks.
I hope it helps you guys, ease your guys' minds. And I thank you guys for letting me talk to you and for not judging me for when I'm talking to you. And thank you to whoever was answering the questions. I appreciate you volunteering to do that and making it easy for me to answer questions. And I hope you keep praying for Jack and Lily. And I hope they come home soon. And when I go on again, if there's some questions that you guys have not answered and I see them, I will answer your questions. So thank you for taking the time and listening to me babble and get it out there. And thank you for letting me cry on your shoulders. I appreciate it. And thank you, Ken. You'll know what it's about. I appreciate that. So I'm going to take off now. I may be on a little later. I may not. But thank you very much, guys. There's just one last thing I'd like to say. I don't know how many people are from Nova Scotia or Pictou County or whatever. I would just like to say this, and this is my opinion, but to Robert Parker and Tim Houston, you took the time to go over to the RCMP station and talk to them, but you didn't take the time to come here and see how we were doing. And you're all about the community and you're all about the people. Well, we were two people that needed you and you were not around. And I don't think that was right because you're there for everyone, not just people that you're favored to. So if you hear this, or if you go into this chat, or whoever knows them, please let them know that I do not like what they have done.
You guys put yourself in my shoes and see how you would feel.
She sounds like the Cowardly Lion right here from The Wizard of Oz.
You would be feeling exactly the same way I am. I'm no different than anybody else. I do have a heart. And I'm not standing up for Daniel, and I'm not standing up for Malehya. I'm standing up for myself. I told you everything that I know, and I told the truth.
The king of the forest.
If you want to give me a Bible and swear it, I will. And besides, what would I have to gain by doing something to Lilly and Jack?
Nobody said you did anything to Lilly and Jack. I don't think you did anything to Lilly and Jack. I really don't think she did anything to Lilly and Jack. But what would you have to gain? Your son not getting in trouble? It does. The cowardly lion. If I were the king of the forest.
It breaks my heart. I can't see my grandchildren. It breaks my heart because I don't know where Lilly and Jack is. And look at poor Meadow, what she's going through. She has no parents.
She sounds like Rebecca.
That are together
Overdoing
anymore.
it.
You guys just don't understand. I wish you were in my shoes. Being blamed for something that I had nothing to do with. Thank you. Now, if there's any more questions, please ask them now because I'm not staying on here much longer. So get this over with. I am fighting to see my grandchildren. I've already got in the process of trying to see my two oldest. And as I said, I'll fight tooth and nail to see my grandchildren. Nobody's going to stop me.
That sound is probably the wheel
The
spinning from
CPS is stopping
Emu.
me from seeing Meadow because they say it's an ongoing investigation. And I think it's the mother of
That's her Temu app. That's the wheel spinning. How much she's going to get a discount. That's exactly what it is.
the two other grandchildren that aren't letting me see them, but I'm taking court action to start I'm starting in the process of seeing them, starting to hopefully see them. I told the truth, and I will not stop telling the truth until Jack and Lily are found. And my story will not change because I told you exactly the same thing as I told in my interview. I'm sorry, guys. I just need a little bit of a break from this. If there's any other questions you'd like me to answer, I can answer them now. But please, one at a time, like before. I like to do it before because everybody shoots me so many questions that I don't have time to answer them all at once because my brain is just going around here. So one question at a time if you want answers. Okay, a lady dropped posters off to me day before yesterday. I haven't had a chance to get out to put any out, but I will definitely put them out. Just right now, I'm having a little car problem. So my sister-in-law said that she would take me around to put them up just so she was able to do so. I do own another piece of land, but the land that I own is between my exes and my brother. It is 7 acres and there is no water.
Who I would like to hear from is Daniel's father. That's who I would like to hear from. Because in my opinion, I think he might know a little bit more. Just a hunch.
It's not by the ocean. It's not by anything. There's no brook on it. There's no water at all on it. So if you go to Google Maps, you will find the piece of land between my exes, which is Daniel and Justin's father, and my brothers. And that would be on the Lansdowne Road, not the Lansdowne Station Road. Repeat, the Lansdowne Road. And to correct Haley and whoever else, the piece of blanket was found on the Lansdowne Road, not the Lansdowne Station Road. I cannot answer questions about that blanket because I was not here when it was supposed to be found. I'm just hearing where she said it was. I'm correcting her that it was the Lansdowne Road. The only time that I was here to have any part of the blanket was when the cops, RCMP, came here and asked about the blanket to Daniel. Daniel and Justin did go to the garbage.
Cody has nothing to do with it.
And showed the RCMP officers the rest of the blanket. And I can vouch for the blanket being put in the garbage because I seen the day that Daniel put it in the garbage.
I thought you said you didn't know nothing that goes on over there. You don't know nothing, but you know the day he threw that blanket in the garbage. Boy, that's luck. I'm telling you, they have all the luck when it comes to things that could, make them look good. But, when Lilly and Jack and all of the, when they were heading out, so to speak, everyone's dozed off. So amazing. The worst luck then, right? Come on, Janie.
Because I told him not to bag it too heavy. So Daniel did put the blanket in the garbage. I appreciate you guys asking me if.
So you have to tell Daniel how to bag his trash? Seriously, you have to tell a 30-some-year-old man not to bag his trash too much? Got it.
If there's anything that I need, no, there's not. The only thing that I need is people to stop the rumors and accusations because it's not helping anything. It is just making everybody's life miserable. And it's also hurting the children of all these rumors. And they got to stop. So I'm here to tell you the truth on my side of what I have seen and what I have heard. I've been telling everybody from the start of this, I had no involvement in the disappearance of Jack and Lily. I gave the investigators the same story that I'm telling you guys. I did not have anything to do with what Malehya, what if Daniel has said or done. I've been holding this in.
It's interesting.
Anything to do with what Malehya, what if Daniel has said or done.
What Malehya has or Daniel has said or done.
I did not have anything to do with what Malehya, what if
I did not have anything to do with what Malehya
Daniel has said or done.
Or Daniel has said or done.
I've been holding this in for 2 months until Thursday when I gave my interview. The reason why I've been doing this is the investigators advised me not to speak to anybody because of their investigation. But
well, the RCMP refuted that, Janie. They absolutely refuted that.
It's been over 2 months now. I find the investigators are not telling us anything. They put only one report out since all this happened. They are not giving us any updates. I'm tired. I can't deal with this because they are keeping stuff to themselves, which the public should know. We should know what is happening. I don't believe Malehya took that picture. I believe it was a drone. The same drone.
She's talking about the picture of Justin and Daniel standing at the four-wheeler, and Justin's leaned back like this. She got it all wrong. It was the news. She said it was a drone or a drome
that took the picture of the property. I wasn't around when it happened. but I'm believing it was a drone that took the picture of Daniel and Justin on the ATV. There is something else I have to clear up about the ATV. The ATV has not been on this property in the last 5 years or so. Due to become.
Now listen to this. She's had that ATV for over 5 years? Okay.
Because my neighbor, which I'm not going to mention, is known.
And I disagree with her here. They always talk about the neighbor stealing stuff. When I think of her neighbor, I think of Daniel. I don't think it's the neighbor going and stealing anything. I think it might be your Methtell son.
For stealing property. And that was one thing that I did not want him to take. And I also want to mention too, someone, I can't tell you who, has broken in, when Daniel and I were away, has broken in to our trailer and have taken a few things.
I.e., Daniel needed money, in my opinion.
I'm not going to say what they are, but have taken a few things. It's all been reported to the investigators. And yes, we still have drones that fly over that are over our place. It's usually Friday and Saturday nights, mostly. So if the people out there that are flying the drones, if you like to watch a 60-year-old woman on a Friday and Saturday night.
If if you'd like to watch a 60-some-year-old woman on a Saturday night, spin her Temu wheel and get discounts for you know what. You're in the right place, kid. Hope you get that on the drone, mother chicken.
And have nothing better to do, you go ahead. And I'd like to say something else. And for all the people that are driving by, taking pictures of my property and taking pictures to see that what we're doing in the yard, I'm going to let you guys know I am scared of being in my own place.
Listen, if the RVs are rocking, don't come a knocking, okay? If the RVs are rocking, don't come a knocking. I'm just saying. And it doesn't even got wheels. All right? You're welcome. You're welcome.
Because I stick mostly to my RV and my backyard, because I never know that when somebody's going to blame us for what's going on, or blame me, I should say, I am scared to death that somebody's going to come along and do something to me while I'm in my yard. That's how scared I am. Now, all these here interviews that Daniel have done, I am scared for him too.
No, they are not gasoline powered, CT. They are electric powered, and they give me one of those travel electric converters where you can use it in any country.
I'm scared it will turn out to be like a porta pack. That's what I'm scared of. I told you.
What the hell's a porta pack? What the hell's a porta pack? It sounds like a lunchbox that you got off Temu. Oh, it's the one with the that's yeah, Squib. That's where the RCMP really messed up. I watched that on the Fifth Estate. That was really bad. No 6 toys in the Winnebago. She said she didn't have them in the Winnebago.
Investigators this, and they more or less can't do anything about it because they're on public property, If they step foot on my property.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, love. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you, Jeff. A washer spinner instead of a washer and dryer. It's a washer, and you pick it out of there, and then you put it in this spinner, and it spins it like a regular washer does to get the water out of it, and then you put it on the clothes hanger. That's a washer spinner. It's a washer spinner. It's like a mini washer. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You see them on Temu. Yep. I want a washer that washes my clothes automatically. Well, they actually make them now, but it's one unit, and I'm just a little weirded out by them. They have the washers, and it dries it in the same contraption. But the machine is huge, but the drum, because I just went and recently bought my washer spinner, went out after about 15 years or 8 years actually. And I just went and bought a washer, and I thought about buying one of those it's like all in one, but I just couldn't. And the drum is actually a lot smaller than a normal washer. Yeah, she's spinning the story. A washer spin dryer. Used to have one. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me that like there was water. It's just we're old probably. That's probably what it is. But it's like you just had a bunch of water in it, and now you're going to have a bunch of electric in there. I don't know. It's just weird to me. You should get one. Just the drum is too small for my house. I mean, it just is. I seriously, when I get a washer or anything like that, I study for a week on what I want. And I check out how long lasting they are, the good points, the bad points, everything. How big the drums are, how they test out in the consumer guide reports, all of that. I mean, and then I went there to order it, and I stood for 2 hours looking at different ones, even after that, and still typing in stuff. So I'm just crazy like that. I stay with old school washers. I'm telling you, the new dryers, don't even get me started on the new dryers. The new dryers, they have them now to where you don't even need necessarily a vent, but it recycles air, and it's not as warm, and it doesn't use as much electricity, but it takes 30% longer for it to dry. Yeah, I'm very picky about it. Did you buy the one piece? It's just not big enough for my family. Just not big enough for mine. Like, I need something I can stick a comforter in. Shove it in there. So that's just me. But yeah, my mom's dryer's like that. I hate it. Yeah. I can't. It's so annoying when you got to do it like that.
Then there's something I can do. Yes, I believe the kids are alive. And the reason why I believe...
The next time I get a washer and dryer, though, like, I'll get a Speed Queen. They're more expensive, but they last forever. And I have learned in my old age that the more simple a product is, I swear to you, they last longer. They last longer. It's like because I used to buy I had bought, I think it was a Samsung. I'll never buy another Samsung. Anything with electron, like other than maybe a phone. But I bought a Samsung and an LG washer or dishwasher. They were horrible. And it's the kind that didn't have the buttons on it. They didn't last. One didn't last 6 months. And the other one maybe lasted a little over a year. Everything that I have the best luck with, if it's a dishwasher, I like Bosch. And I think it's Whirlpool. Bosch and Whirlpool. How many thumbs ups do we got? Bosch makes the best dishwasher by hands down. But I don't want any things with just like a crazy amount. I don't have a fish washer. It sounds like a personal problem. What do you mean you don't have a fish washer? What was that saying? Yep. I checked on that and they said no good. Dishwasher. Gotcha. Okay. Just saying. Dishwasher. Got it. It's a dishwasher. What the hell's a dishwasher? I hate my Samsung fridge. The ice machine is a piece of garbage. It's a piece of garbage. And there was actually a thing in the news the other day. Millions of complaints on those. Millions of complaints. It worked a week. Now it's just a bunch of frozen ice all around it. It doesn't work. That's all it is. Drives me nuts. I use paper plasticware. I'm lazy. No. Trust me, I get it. I use paper plasticware too sometimes, a lot of times. Especially when I don't want to do a bunch of dishes. No tariffs on musty hutches. Thank you. I just had to get a new microwave too. Just a month ago. Had to get a new microwave. My microwave, the best microwave you can buy, just for future reference, guys, is a Panasonic. Panasonic they were like the first to make the microwave, and they use a different type of wave. It's I've studied the waves. It's an inverter wave, and it heats your food more evenly without just nuking it in one spot. So Panasonic is the best microwave. Justin Fishwater. Yeah. That's funny. It's crap. This is probably what I'll get. Like, let's see here. Let me see. Damn it, what's it called? Washer, dryer in one unit. See, this, I mean, it's what I like about it is this. It's one unit, right? What happened to it? I like it that it's just one unit, but the drum is too small. See, it's got like it's a really big machine. 50% more energy efficient drying with ventless heat pump. That's what they're called. Ventless heat pump. No. I mean, it's nice for people in apartments and stuff. But I don't like them. Side note, Justin OT. Yeah. I don't like it. They're supposed to be really good with pets and stuff, but it's just, I can't deal with that. I just don't think I'm right. Instead of having, they make up. I don't know. Removes 99% of bacteria. I got, what kind of, I'll show you the washer I got. What did I get? Whirlpool. And I love it. I love it for a couple different reasons. I haven't had a top loader in a long time. How did I get here? What am I talking about? How did I get here? Sorry. This is what I got. This, and it's got the biggest drum, and it's got the agitator you can take out or you can leave it in. And you fill that thing up right there, and you don't have to it puts your laundry in, it puts your detergent in it. You get what I mean? So you don't waste as much detergent, because most people put too much detergent in. We got here from Washer Spinner. Thank you. Thanks, Janie. Telling them about my laundry now. Customize any load. But it is a huge drum. And I love it. You can take that thing out. and put a huge comforter in it. That's what the top looks like. Right there. So I recommend it. Get more wash out of each load if you want. Yeah. I like the agitators. I like the agitators. Nothing beats an old-fashioned washer, though. It's a Whirlpool smart, capable with load and go, high efficiency, 2-piece removable agitator, smart compatible. That's what it is. Like a salad spinner. Yeah. Like a salad spinner. I love to use clotheslines. Yeah. That's right, SD. Agitate the guilty. That's right. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm not sure if I will be live tomorrow. And the reason being, behind me here, they are maybe tomorrow. They're hopefully putting new floors in here tomorrow. I cannot have a monkey and have this flooring. I assure you that. It's driving me nuts. So this will be the only, this is like my studio, and it's the only part that has carpet still in it, because we never really use this until this. Tomorrow's a holiday. I know, but the people are coming hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. I know the guy, so he's coming on his day off. Thank you, Mama's the Bomb. Working on Labor Day. Yeah. So hopefully I won't be here. Or if I do, hopefully it'll be, they said it's not going to take too long. I think the longest part that it's going to take is removing everything in the carpet. And then it doesn't take too long to put down hardwood floors or anything like that. So hopefully it'll, because Remy, she is trashed this. If you have a monkey, they are thieves. And you think I'm kidding you. They're the biggest thieves God ever stretched a piece of skin over. They are thieves. They take everything and knock it over or hide it. I still don't know where my clear glasses are. I have no idea. I have looked everywhere. No idea. And then she takes a bunch of shit and she hides it behind my bed, and she's got basically a rat's nest back there that I'm constantly cleaning out. And I've had to change all of the trash cans in the house because she will get her tail and knock every one of them over 1,000 times a day. 1,000 times a day. So everything has to have a tight lid on it. And we have either had to bolt them to the wall or put something very heavy in the bottom so she doesn't knock them over. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, every cupboard. Yes, every cupboard. Janie, you think the RCMP was getting in your cupboards? Your cupboards? Have a Remy. You too, soldier. Where does she sleep at night? With me? With me? Is the TV safe? Yeah. TV's safe. My dryer is 14 years old. It was used. I think it it was only $230. Let me tell you something, Nancy. I sold one of my friends a dryer. I sold it to him like for $100, and I didn't have it very long. This is years and years ago, and he still has it, and I have went through 2 dryers since. 2 dryers since that dryer. I'm like, damn, what did I do wrong? What about the TV remote? It's always missing. Oh, she loves chargers. Yes. Is her name Remy or Pearl? Both. Remy Pearl. Yes, it is Mama's the bomb. It's crazy. Crazy. So anyway, I hope to have that done tomorrow. If not, then it might be the day after, but hopefully it'll be tomorrow. They'll be here. So if I'm live tomorrow, it might be either with the camera off or late at night. We'll see. We are Panda, honey. We are. And keep Brandy in your prayers too, please. She's getting her new liver. So she's a cheeky girl. She is, yes. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless each and every one of you. See you maybe tomorrow, if not the day after.